How's it going, dudes? Skoks, Chicago Blackhawks Central here, going to wrap up some recent news from the worlds with Frank Nazar, Alex Vlasic, and the recent hiring of head coach of the Hawks, the newest head coach of the Hawks, Jeff Blashill. News came out, I believe it was yesterday on Thursday. Yeah. So Thursday morning it came out, but plenty of smoke, plenty of rumors around that. So we'll get into that right after I roll the intro. Yeah, so let's start out with some uh, tweets coming out from uh, top sources of the league. Saravalli, extremely connected to the Hawks, right? Um, this last season, especially being on CHSN. Crazy, crazy coverage from him. So good job on him. And definitely saw this coming, right? The hire with Jeff Blashill as the new head coach of the Hawks. A lot of smoke around it for the last week, I'd say. Some really big smoke going on. Uh, Hawks did not let out many rumors or um, really just a list of candidates. Did not see a ton leading up to this result, but let's go through some of the announcements. Let me bring it up on screen. Let me know if everyone can see it just fine. And yeah, let's see here. Yeah, so starting out with Frank Saravalli. This was on Thursday morning. As speculated, Jeff Blashill will be named next Blackhawks head coach today, which is yesterday. But I do believe David Pagnota of the fourth period, he had the first scoop on the Blashill hire. I believe that was Wednesday, like midday lunchtime. So, yeah, the reporters definitely had the sources on the final coach, right? The winning candidate in this uh, coaching search process. They definitely had the finalists, right? The names there, but we did not know a ton during the process. So um, after David Carl went off the board, staying at Denver, it was kind of a change of the process. A few top candidates. John Cooper didn't expect him to be available really, so he sticks with the Lightning. Mike Sullivan, he heads over to um, the Rangers, right? Um, the New York Rangers with Mike Sullivan, and yeah, I am completely fine with the Jeff Blashill hire. Um, Not many intriguing candidates left. Didn't dig very deep into that, but a few names I liked, and I'm fine with Blashill. Has his resume, and we will go through that, but I don't think this is a terrible hire. I don't think it's a great hire, but I think it's kind of what you need right now. Someone with experience and someone to right the ship here going into Connor Bedard's third season and just bring some consistency, bring some e- experience. Yeah, so we will see how this goes. Also from David Pagnota on Thursday, as reported yesterday, Jeff Blashill is the new head coach of the Chicago Blackhawks. Anders Sorensen remains with the club as an assistant and is joined by Michael Pekka from the New York Rangers, and I believe he was a longtime New York Islander. So very cool on that. Another assistant coach is to be named. Mike Vellucci from Pittsburgh has been in the running, and I believe that third opening is still up in the air right now. I don't think we have an official name for that third assistant head or that third assistant coach, but it's going to be very interesting to see how that shakes out. I like the Pekka hire. he's been a good player for a long time. Seems like he knows what he's doing over there with the Rangers as of late. Even though their performance has fallen off, but I do like Michael Pekka, so that's very cool. On Anders Sorensen, don't hate keeping him around, but at the same time, it's a little weird. Just like how we kept on Derek King when we brought in Luke Richardson as head coach. I just don't love the idea of keeping the interim guy as an assistant when you hire a completely different head coach. I just think it's a little weird, and maybe the players don't think it's very weird. But yeah, we'll see how that chemistry is on the bench and in the locker room. Sorensen definitely good for development though. Starting off in Rockford, right, and filling in on the interim basis. Didn't love what I saw from him, but it is what it is with um, Blashill keeping him on, or whether that hire came from the front office, a little front office influence with the hires, instead of just letting Blashill hire his full squad, his full staff. We'll see how that shakes out with the third assistant coach. Yeah, so we'll keep an eye out for that this week here. But just running through the Jeff Blashill resume over here from the Hawks account. I like how they set it up here. So let's see here. Professional coaching, career highlights. Started, let me see if I can get out of this. Let's see here. Yeah. All right. Started out in Michigan, right? Grand Rapids Griffins head coach, 2012 through 2015. Earned a 134, 71, and 12, 11 record. Yeah, so a winning record. Like to see that in the AHL. First head coach in Griffin's history to reach the Calder Cup playoffs in 3 straight seasons: 2012, 2013, and 2014. Led Grand Rapids to its first ever Calder Cup championship in 2013. Love to see that. He's winning at a high level in the minors. Won the Louis A. R. Pieri Memorial Award as the AHL as the most outstanding coach in 2013, 2014. So quite a while ago, 11 years ago now, but still modern day hockey, but not as modern as it is today. 11 years later, right? The game is very different. And yeah, but we see how that translated here over to the Detroit Red Wings. So he sticks in the Michigan or the Detroit Red Wings system. Head coach from 2015 to 2022. Ranks fifth in Red Wings history in games coached, 537. Ranks sixth in games won, 204. So top six in both categories, which is cool to see. But he was coaching the Red Wings in a stage that was after their contending and their winning era with Zetterberg, Lidstrom, all all the guys, Datsuk, Cronwall, yeah, goalie Jimmy Howard in that. But this was after their reign, so he did stick around for quite a while. It was 7 years with the Red Wings as head coach. I like to see that. I like the experience there. Do I think he's um, a Stanley Cup caliber coach? Probably not, but I think he is someone that can bring some consistency and can improve this current roster that we have, right? The current lineup going into next year, and we'll see after the draft. We'll see after free agency. It's going to be very interesting, and it's going to be a busy summer for GM KD. He has a lot of decisions to make and a lot of improving to do, right? Just looking at next season, but Jeb Blashill in the IIHF World Championship, Team USA. He was a head coach from 2017 through 2019, won a bronze medal in 2018. So you like to see that. Coaching at uh, the international level with Team USA. Tons of great players during that era, and that's awesome to see that he has that experience as well. And after Detroit, he hops on with John Cooper in Tampa Bay as the Lightning's assistant head coach for 3 years. The Lightning were up and down a little the last few years after their cup run, but team earned a 138, 86, 22 record during his tenure, qualified for the Stanley Cup playoffs in all 3 seasons. We know that, right? They were a playoff team, but did not get very far the last few seasons, and they are out once again this year. And a few ups and downs, a few complaints. I've seen some complaints about physicality out there with the defenseman in front of the net or just in the D zone. But we'll see how the offense translates with Sorensen and staff, right? With his new staff that he's building here, and yeah, I don't have too many concerns with this hire, but a few head scratchers, right? Just with how he's going to build a system. How how is that going to help develop the younger guys? Did not do a ton of developing in Detroit or Tampa Bay. Dylan Larkin was there in Detroit. Bertuzzi was also there, but not a whole ton going on. Mort Sider um, during that time in Detroit, but we'll see how that turns out in the near future here, coming up this season. So, yeah, I'm cool with the hire, but we just have to see how this plays out. And his introductory press conference will be held on Tuesday, according to Scott Powers here. So we'll see what time that is. I believe it's like midday. Don't believe I reposted that, but I believe it is midday. It might be 1 or 2 p.m. So keep an eye on for that. Frank Saravalli also on Thursday, with changes on the bench, Blackhawks assistant Kevin Dean is on the move, and we know that. Yeah, so we are trying to fill that last assistant coach spot. Can't imagine he's out of work long. He's very well respected and has done a great job with uh, our defense. Yeah, Frank, he knows the ins and outs of the source world and the reporting world. So yeah, he knows that Kevin Dean is pretty legit, and I love what he's done with our decor as well. Um, yeah, if anyone else has any thoughts on the hire, I'm fine with it, and we just have to see how this plays out here in the near future. Just recapping some of the stuff with Frank Nazar in the Worlds. Haven't been able to tune into too many games. Alex Vlasic have not heard a ton about him recently, but Nazar has been tearing it up pretty much since it started. Some awesome goals from him. If you guys haven't seen what he's been up to, just look up USA Hockey on YouTube and yeah, check out some of the highlights. Or if anyone has any Frank Nazar USA highlights, that would be awesome to point out because he's been on a tear. Um, I'm trying to find his totals. I don't think I have it here. Yeah, I don't have it here, but Frank Nazar, absolute dog. He's been on a tear. Love what he's doing at the international stage, man. Really great for his development and looking for a breakout season for him this year with a ton of guys, really, ton of young guys on the team. But we will tune in later this week, talk about uh, some more draft talk this week. Just want to touch on the coaching hire and some of the other updates. But yeah, we will be back and we'll dig into this draft. Look at the later round one pick. And I believe this is 25 now since the Toronto Maple Leafs have been knocked out. So we will tune back in and yeah, we'll talk some draft. It'll be great. And we'll see you next time. Let's go Hawks.